Thank you everyone for joining me today. I appreciate it. As you know, we're going to have an enterprise support town hall. I'm Shelley Wilson. I run a function of the enterprise support organization, which is basically everything but the delivery function. So I, have myself running operations, customer advocacy, partner team, and Salesforce implementation. And we have Neil who manages the storage business, and we have Chris Moore, who manages the security business. Security team today is obviously Marcelo. Marcelo, as you know, is the country manager for this region, the solar region. So we're going to get right into the presentation. Thank you again for joining. Welcome, everyone. Move to the next slide. So as you know, over the past few years, we opened the support center in Argentina about 2.5 years ago. And as part of being operating a business unit within Symantec, we are constantly evaluating the cost of doing business across the globe for all of our business units. And so, obviously, the cost that we're talking about here today is for the Argentina Center specifically. So, the cost of running this center within the Argentina country has increasingly, the cost has continued to increase over the course of time, over the course of the last 2.5 years since we basically started the center. And so, as mentioned there on the second bullet, we continue to evaluate the return on investment for all of our operations as a business within the support organization. And so, with the current cost of the Buenos Aires Center not yielding a positive return on investment for us, as we had hoped it would, we made a business decision, as you can see here on the last bullet. For those of you in the back, I apologize, many of you can't see, you have to stand up to see that the decision has actually been made to close the support center here in Argentina. Now, we're only closing the support center. We're not moving out of Argentina as a country, so all the other functions that will remain in Argentina will remain. So sales, marketing, finance, and those such functions. We're specifically focused on enterprise support organization. So the closure for the center specifically is going to take place over a 3-month period of time. So we will be operating out of the center until the end of September. As I mentioned, the other functions will remain. Specifically, what we're focused on here today is the enterprise support services organization. Move to the next slide. So all positions within the enterprise support are going to be impacted as a result of closing the center. As again I noted, those reductions are going to be happening over the course of a 3-month period of time. So decisions related to employee termination dates and the process of being made. We know that is one of the most important things that will be top of mind for all of you, is to understand over the course of the 3-month period of time, what does that mean to you personally? So we are working very hard to get you that information as quickly as possible. So decisions are being made around how we proceed over the next 3 months based on individual skill level and needs, as well as the business need that we have. So those are decision criteria that we're looking at when we're making the decisions around the next 3 months of employment for all of you as individuals. So as I noted, employees will be provided with additional information regarding their termination of employment at Symantec over the course of the next few days. Move to the next slide. So we're in continuing discussions with USA, you guys are familiar with that organization, around salary increase. Many of you are aware that we've been having conversations with them over the last several months regarding salary. So we are going to continue those discussions with USA regarding the salary increase, and that will be part of the severance package. So we are going to proceed with those salary negotiations as we proceed through this process as well. Additionally, outside of the salary negotiations that will be part of the severance, we're going to be paying out statutory severance to employees, and you'll also receive your USA benefits as well. So again, as we move through this process with you, and you work directly with your manager through this process, we're going to be feeding you information as we receive it. So you'll be getting a lot of information over the course of the next few days and few weeks as to specifically what's happening with you as an individual. So we have a lot of resources that are going to be available to you outside of your own particular manager for information. We have Susanna here, who's up front, who is the Latin America HR, Human Resources Representative. We have Eugenio, as you know, who's your local HR representative to Argentina. I'm here as well throughout the course of the day. We also have Evelyn Contreras, who's here as well from the HR organization in the U.S., who supports the Francis. So we're going to, again, be available to you to manage your questions along with your manager throughout this process. So, I know this is, probably shocking news for all of you, but we do have an expectation, of course, that we want to continue to provide our customers the best service process as possible as we go through this process over the next 3 months. And so we are expecting that all of you will conduct yourselves in a professional manner and as we continue to deal with our customers out of this site. Additionally, we do have senior leadership that will be coming to this site on a regular basis to help with the transition. So we have a schedule of employees that will be rotating through this location starting next Monday to help you and to help your managers through this process. So we are going to be rotating individuals again through this site as we move through this process. So as I mentioned, there's some immediate resources available here to you today. And but as I know, this news again takes some time to process, of course. Right? There's no doubt. And many of your questions may not even come to you for several days, maybe even longer, right? As you continue to work through this process. So you want to ensure that you know where you can go as your questions continue to come to you. So of course, your manager should be your first point of contact for any questions that you have, as they would be in any situation. Other resources that, of course, that are going to be available to you is we're going to be sending out what's called an FAQ, or Frequently Asked Questions document. You'll be receiving that document today. It's going to cover a lot of what I covered today. Because again, I know this news is fresh, and sometimes you don't listen to what I'm saying because you're thinking about all the other impacts that's going on to you. So we want to make sure that we get you this information in writing. It will be available in English as well as Spanish for you. Of course, we also have what's called an EAP, or Employee Assistance Program, that is available to all of you as well. And there's counselors that are available through the process. Again, as I mentioned, we have Susanna, who is our HR lead for Latin America, who will be helping us. And of course, we always have the Ask CSF email database as well that's available for any of your questions. As always, it's important for the company to speak as one. So in accordance with the company policy, again, if you're contacted by anybody outside of Symantec, could be the labor ministry, somebody from the government, to comment on this action that we're proceeding through, it's important that you actually don't speak to them, but refer them to your manager. Next slide. So in closing, if I may, it's important for you to focus on your job that you have at hand. It's important, very important for all of you to continue to be productive. Well, we know, again, this news is difficult to digest, and it may take you some time. We understand that. But we need to continue to support our customers. And again, most importantly, leverage the resources that are available to you. There's people here to help and really want to help. Firstly, your manager, and again, HR and EAP program is available. So it's always best for you to stay informed. We do not intend today to do a broad Q&A in this kind of format as a result of, again, a lot of the questions that you may have are individual on a personalized basis, right? So a lot of the questions that you may be having will be specific to your situation. And so we're going to be, again, available to you more on an individual basis through your manager to help give you those answers that you may need versus doing it in a broader based form as we have today. everyone for your time today.